Hey there, how are you? My name is Sean Hatzel. I'm a 47-year-old stubborn fat expert. I have over 20 years experience in the health and fitness industry. I'm also an online best-selling nutrition and exercise author, and people often refer to me as the ripped grandpa because I have 5 beautiful grandkids. And inside today's video, what I want to do is I want to share a meal plan that I use to look years younger than my real age and to optimize hormones. So if you're over 35 years old, you're in your 40s, 50s, or 60s, you want to boost your metabolism, you want to look and feel better, you want to maintain a healthy weight, pay close attention because I'm going to go over an A to Z meal plan that you can follow starting today and use in conjunction with a 12-minute protocol that you'll find over at my website at the link somewhere around this video. But don't click it yet because I do want to go over this meal plan with you. And when you use this 12-minute protocol with this meal plan, you create what I call synergy. And this is what can help people over 35 years old reoptimize hormones, boost the metabolism, and look and feel better. So over here on the right-hand side, you're gonna see I have all your macronutrients. So I have protein, starches, fruits for F, and then I have O for oil or fat, so we don't get F confused with fat. So these would be friendly fats, and then we have V for vegetables. So these are the macronutrients, and how you combine these macronutrients will determine your diet's ability to help you optimize hormones. So I want to share strategically how to do this. Now the first thing you'll do is you'll see a column that says IF for intermittent fasting. Now this is completely optional. There's some people out there that simply have to eat breakfast for personal reasons just because they can't skip it or they have to take medication. And as long as you're using and eating lower carb foods, having a breakfast is a healthy choice. However, it's important if you really want to optimize hormones, I recommend that you use some type of intermittent fasting window, even if you eat breakfast or you don't. And for men, I recommend 14 to 16 hours about 4 or 5 days of the week. This is a very simple thing. If you stop eating at 7 p.m., your next meal of the next day would be at between 9 a.m. and 11 a.m. Now, if you're a female, your hormonal condition is a little different than if you're a man, so I recommend that you narrow that window and you take it to 12 to 14 hours 4 or 5 days of the week. So if the last meal is at 7 p.m. or 8 p.m., the first meal the next day would be between 7 a.m. and 8 a.m. Or if you wanted to extend it out 14 hours, you could do that. Now, what happens during this fasted window is glycogen levels become depleted. This is the stored energy inside muscle tissue and liver tissue, and this allows the body's sympathetic nervous system to kick up. And this is what boosts metabolism. So during your fasted window, most people are under the assumption that the metabolic rate is going to slow down, when actual research and scientific studies show the exact opposite happens. When you fast, because your body's fight or flight response kicks in, it elevates the metabolic rate. Now, I'm not just making this up. This is all published in peer-reviewed journals and studies, and you'll see all the links to the research over at my website. So the first thing to do 4 or 5 days of the week is do your best to fast 14 to 16 hours if you're a man and 12 to 14 hours if you're a woman. Now again, this is not mandatory, but it's recommended. The second thing to do is meal 1 is if you're not exercising in the morning, you want to avoid starches and fruits in this meal. Although starches and fruits are very healthy in the post-workout window, because the muscles are kind of like a sponge. They've been wrung dry, the energy's drained out of them, so they want to absorb nutrients. So eating starches and fruits in the post-workout window with a protein is a very, very healthy choice. But if you're not exercising in the morning, then you want to avoid those starches in your fruits, and you just want to have protein, vegetables, and a friendly fat. What this will do is protein should be consumed in every single meal that you eat. It's the #1 nutrient that you can eat to boost metabolism, because when you eat protein, your body takes more calories and burns more calories digesting that protein than it does digesting fats or carbohydrates. So this is why it's very important. Just adding protein to every single meal that you eat is going to increase metabolic rate. So that's meal #1, protein, vegetable, and friendly fat. Meal #2, you're going to do the same exact thing. You want to do a protein, a vegetable, and a friendly fat, and then meal #3, a protein and a vegetable and a friendly fat. So super, super simple. Now, there's a couple caveats here that I want to cover with you. You'll see over here, it says post-exercise. Now, we want a protein and a starch or a protein and a fruit. Again, in the post-workout window, this is going to do a couple things. It's going to help replenish the depleted muscle and liver glycogen that was depleted during our 12-minute protocols. The other thing that it's going to do is if you're one of those people who's following a high-fat, low-carb diet, a paleo diet, a ketogenic diet, these are all amazing diets. However, it only takes about a week of following one of these diets for people over 35 years old to have a suppressed hormonal condition. Research shows that T4 to T3 conversion, the thyroid, can be suppressed and leptin levels can drop as much as 50% after 1 week of low-carb dieting. And this is not necessarily a bad thing, because the simple solution is to just have starches and some fruits in your post-workout window, or pick one day of the week, preferably on the weekend, most likely, that you're gonna have a cheat meal or a cheat day. Just make sure that you don't binge or stuff. Now, by having a high-carb meal in the post-workout window 2 or 3 days of the week after our 12-minute protocols, and incorporating a cheat meal or a cheat day once per week, as long as you don't binge and go crazy, this will help boost the metabolism, so it prevents the metabolism from slowing down from low-carb dieting, and that automatically optimizes thyroid and leptin levels. So meal number 4 is going to be an optional snack or something that you can eat before bed. Now, again, we want to have protein in every meal, and I recommend, if you use this snack, it would be like protein in a friendly fat. So a healthy protein shake with some nut butter in it. If you can tolerate dairy, organic, full-fat Greek yogurt, unflavored Greek yogurt, or cottage cheese with some raw nuts. This is a great healthy choice to eat for bed. The cottage cheese has casein protein. This is a slow-releasing protein that will help feed the muscles while you sleep at night. This also helps stabilize morning blood sugar, and the thermic effect of that protein, you remember what it does? It helps boost the metabolism. So most people think that eating before bed is an unhealthy choice, when the reality is that if you're making the right choices, you can eat before bed, and it can actually help boost your metabolism by choosing things like I just went over. So hopefully you got something out of this video. We're over 7 minutes in. Thanks for watching. Time, our most precious commodity. If you got something out of this, share it, like it, tag a friend that you know can benefit from this meal plan. Click the link around this video. Go check out our 12-minute protocols. You'll also learn about a hormone optimization diet manual that you can use in conjunction with our 12-minute protocols. So it takes the lesson that I gave you on the whiteboard here today, and it just breaks it all down and simplifies it for you. Tells you the exact foods that you need to eat for your proteins, starches, fruits, friendly fats, and vegetables. Thanks for watching, and keep going strong.